Here we go. Now today we're going to be doing something not necessarily in the Asian culture like we did last time of the stir-fry dish. We're going to be looking to do something a little more near and dear to my heart. I grew up, some of you may know, some of you don't, now you will. I grew up in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Eagles fan. Very culturally diverse city. Lots of great food all over the place. Perhaps that's why I gained the culinary desire that I did. Everywhere you went, there was just good food. You went to get Italian food, German food, Chinese food. It was there, it was everywhere, and it was just so good. Today we're going to do something very near and dear to my heart, like I said. Despite being from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, not despite, in spite of being from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Well, let's get him right side up. I myself happen to be of German and Polish, I guess red and white heritage. However, this shirt, since we're making an Italian dish, is about the most Italian thing I own. So here we go. We're going to be making a great Philadelphia specialty. I don't even know if you hear of it too much outside of Philadelphia area, but it's called pepperoni bread. Sounds simple. Bread, pepperoni, cheese. Hey, Vincenzo, it's a pizza. No, it's not a pizza. It's not a stromboli. It's not a calzone. It is something in and of its own entirely. I'm going to kind of walk you through the steps today, what we did. You're going to might have to do a little bit of research on your own on specific things, but, you know, we're going to get through it as best we can together. Anyway, stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, I know it didn't seem like long, but we're back. For me, it was an eternity. I have this dilemma. Just me filming, cooking, crewing, this and that. Anyway, severely doubt we're going to need this again, but don't forget our umbrella, just in case. Some things might splatter. A little flour might come near the eye. We got our umbrella to keep us safe. All right, so like I said before, essentially the pepperoni bread, what I've done today is I've made a pizza dough. It's not your standard dough where you make a quick one. This I started yesterday. It's a 24-hour dough, a little bit of yeast, rise it in a refrigerator over a little bit of time, long bit of time, 24 hours, I guess, depending on how you look at it. What this does is it makes a nice characteristic flavor, texture of the dough, a little more elasticity to it, as you will see. I mean, let's introduce the star of our show, really. I mean, pepperoni, that's nice and all, but, like, you know, what good is it without this? All right, so here we can see. This has been going for 24 hours. I made it yesterday, really, about 24 hours ago. It was 4:20. Coincidence. Anyway, so as you can see, nice and stretchy. I actually did not make this with high gluten flour, which is traditional, but these times, kind of tough to come by. Anyway, so we're going to show you, we're going to roll it out. I'm going to stand up. You're probably going to have to look at my pants, but, you know, we've all seen pants before. And who really wants to see this? I'll keep talking, and you probably don't even want to hear that, but too bad. Or else, why are you here? All right, so I'm going to put him down. Anyway, that took a little bit of time. I don't know what I was doing there. Anyway, put this down on a slightly floured work surface, which wasn't before, but through the magic of television, I was able to pause, I believe, and get back to it. So, here we go. What we're going to do, I'm going to just get it up. You know, it's been sitting out at room temperature for a while. I'm just trying to judge its elasticity right now. We're not trying to get too much out of it. Trying to get it to a nice shape. But for actually this, I really don't want a circle like you may see here. This is, in a way, fine marble rolling pin. I was wondering what that was anyway. So here we go. What I'm looking for to do now, a little bit of flour. Not too much, just enough so that these two things do not become best friends and stick together for the rest of their lives. Alright, I'm going to pull them out a little bit that way. Pull them out that way. I'm kind of looking to keep like somewhat of an oblong shape, but we'll be able to work with it as needed. Nothing really too exciting here. I wish I could be banging. Oh yeah, we do need to incorporate the wok somewhere into this. So here we go. Here's a good thing about a wok, though. It's a natural thing. Alright, here we go. You have a rolling pin and a wocking pin. Now we have walk-in rolling pin. Alright, jokes aside, whatever you want to call those things I just made. So, we're probably here about 12 inches, let's say about 12 inches by about 8 inches. So, you know, roughly what we're looking to make. Now here comes the next thing. We're not going too fancy. I don't have my dried oregano out today. This is something you can make at home. Little oregano. This is kind of low. I don't want to go out to my next one. I have one. All right, there we go. Just going to spread that in there a little bit. Work that in. A little bit heavier. All right. Next step, we have pepperoni here. This is what they refer to as deli sliced pepperoni. A little bit wider, thicker. As you can see, I have fairly large hands, so it's pretty big. What we're gonna do now is just kind of layer it out, shingle it across. Like I said, wait till we get back on the walk for real. It'll be a lot more exciting, folks, I promise you, but this is informative. This is something you need to see. And it's so easy. Like, you're sitting at home, you're like, oh, what can I do? I'm hungry. I wish I could have a pizza. Go. Well, here I am. You can do it. Alright. So what do we got here? A little bit of that. No more of that, so ideal. Alright, here we have a nice blend. It is aged Cabot white cheddar and Asiago cheese, about 50% ratio of each. I don't typically do a lot mozzarella on this. I don't want that extra moisture. I tend to use a little bit of a drier cheese, which is what they do down there. So we're going to spread that out nice and good. And like I said, me personally, I tend to like a milder cheese on this. I like these cheeses. But, like I said, this is a home operation. We don't want to break our banks. It's okay to use some great value. There's really no problem. Oh, look at the Eagles. There's no problem. Like the dough, the cheap, like this is just something easy and good and everybody will like it, trust me. Alright, so we're going to take a quick second here. Alright, so we put on our Asiago and I had to take a little break, so I forgot where I was exactly, but now we're moving to our great value. It's a mild cheddar. This is actually the Fiesta blend, and if this doesn't scream Fiesta, I mean, really, what does? Alright, so here we go. We're going to add the cheese. More cheese. I mean, what are we here for? This is really not a bread dish. We made bread all morning. Bread's great. I love bread. But, eventually you need to have some meat and cheese with it, too. As they say, not trying to turn into something else here, but man cannot live by bread alone. Alright, now this here is essentially a tri-fold operation. We're not looking to make a roulade, a pinwheel, we're not making a joint, we're not rolling it super tight, it's not whatever. We kind of just, we leave a little bit of room here on the edges, and if we don't have it, guess what? We made the dough elastic, so there's no problem. Alright, here we go. I'm thinking like an envelope-ish. So, and if we have extra, not a problem. Rather too much than not enough at this point. But boom, you want that dough layer. Here we go. One, and where we're coming with this, whoop, right on top, but we're not trying to round it. We want to keep it nice and flat. This is going to be your bottom side anyway. Here's what we're going to do. Pinch, 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 pinch. And if we have a little blowout, that's fine. That'll happen. Because we're trying to make the dough kind of thin, but dough is friendly. You see a problem, sometimes you have a little extra. It's like a little Band-Aid, a little stem cell action, whatever you want to call it. The dough's prepared for its own existence. So now we flip her over. And there we have it, folks. Shape her up a little bit more, because she is going to rise. And a very important thing that's coming up here next, turn that so you can see what we got, everybody. And it's not a perfect shape. This is a non-precision movement, as they say. But what we're going to do here next is grab our handy-dandy knife off camera. It was almost empty, but don't worry, it's cool. And we're just going to put a slight, like I said, we're not looking to make a huge score. We just need a little bit of steam to come out of here. We don't want this thing to explode. You open it up. What happens if this explodes? I mean, we're prepared, right? But let's be double prepared. All right, we'll catch back with you in a little bit when this is ready to go.